Imagine this. The NBA still has a Los Angeles Lakers problem. They're sitting at 17-5, and nothing about this run has felt boring or predictable. LeBron at 40 years old is starting to play like LeBron again after no thought he could. Austin Reaves is still playing at an all-star level after a lot of people thought he would cool down by now, but they were wrong. Luka Doncic is still terrorizing the league as an offense superweapon and is in talks for MVP, which everyone knows is the key to a championship. They're winning, sometimes convincingly, sometimes chaotically. But they are winning, and the most surprising part is that this might not even be their final form. A few weeks ago, the talk around the league was that LeBron James finally looked human. His shots were short, his drives had less burst. There were stretches where he disappeared from the offense, standing in the corner like someone trying to blend into the background. For 6 games, his scoring looked unrecognizable. He averaged only 14 points a night, shooting numbers that weren't just bad by his standards. They were bad by anyone's standards. The passing was still elite. He almost never turned the ball over, but it didn't look like he could put a team on his back anymore. People were genuinely asking if this was the season where Father Time finally caught him. Then came the Phoenix game, one of his worst performances in years. 10 points, barely involved offensively, drifting in and out of possessions. The only suspense left was whether he could keep his double-digit scoring streak alive. That isn't how a superstar should look. Toronto didn't help. 4 for 17 from the field, and even though he dished out 11 assists without a single turnover, the scoring just wasn't there. For the first time in his career, he looked exactly his age. When he sat against Boston with that sciatica flare-up, the team collapsed. They missed his brain, his rhythm, his gravity. Boston tore them apart. Then came Philadelphia. LeBron showed up like a storm system that had been building for weeks. 29 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, 12 for 17 shooting, and 4 for 6 from deep. He owned the fourth quarter. Every read was perfect. Every jumper landed with force. That wasn't survival basketball. That was domination. Somewhere in that game, the narrative that he was finished simply died. He looked energized, emotional, and fully in control. LeBron may be 40, but he still has nights where he bends the sport to his will. That performance didn't just quiet the doubters. It reminded everyone that as long as he's upright, he affects winning in a way that very few players ever have. But in Los Angeles, LeBron isn't the only gravitational force. The other is Luka Doncic. If you watch the Lakers closely, there's one pattern you notice immediately. Most nights, the team starts slow. They find rhythm gradually. They feel their way into matchups. But one player is already at full speed while everyone else is waking up. Luka Doncic. He treats first quarters like a personal mission. Step backs, deep threes, bully ball post-ups, quick reads. He doesn't wait to warm up. He starts hot. That aggression doesn't hurt the Lakers. It saves them. Without his early scoring, they would fall behind in a lot of games. Luka buys time for everyone else. His shot-making lets LeBron pace his energy. The rotation settles. The defense organizes. When Luka explodes early, the Lakers don't play from behind. That matters. The challenge isn't Luka himself. It's the reaction around him. When a star is cooking, teammates often watch. Defenses load up on him. The rest of the offense can stall. Against Phoenix, Rui Hachimura played 23 minutes and took 1 shot. 1. After the game, Rui, who never complains, talked about trust and involvement. It wasn't anger, it was honesty. If this is going to work, he implied, everyone needs to feel part of it. 2 nights later, Luka sat. Rui got touches, he got rhythm, and he hit the game-winning 3 in Toronto. The exact outcome he'd been asking for. More trust, more confidence, more opportunity. It wasn't about ego. Rui doesn't care about headlines. He cares about winning, and he knows he can help. The answer isn't less Luka. It's smarter Luka. When he attacks early and mixes in quick passes, the whole offense wakes up. Luka's scoring isn't a problem. It's a weapon. The Lakers just need more people involved around him from the opening tip. Then there's Austin Reaves, who has gone from fan favorite to legitimate star. When Luka doesn't play, Reaves becomes outrageous. 40 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds on 50-40-90 splits. Those aren't lucky nights. Those are superstar numbers. Against Toronto, he dropped 44 points and ran the offense like he'd been doing it his whole life. Aggressive, creative, totally unbothered by defenders. Then in Boston, exhausted on the second night of a back-to-back, he started ice cold. But in the third quarter, he erupted for 16 points and finished with another strong game. Even on tired legs, he delivered. Then Philadelphia came. Luka returned. The touches dropped. The rhythm changed. Reaves struggled. This isn't a crisis. It's a rebalancing. He needs early involvement, not because he demands it, but because he thrives when he feels the ball. And when he thrives, the Lakers thrive. Reaves getting 2 to 3 touches early is enough to activate him for the rest of the game. It doesn't take away from Luka. It strengthens him. When more players are engaged, everything gets better. Last season, the Lakers felt like a LeBron-Luka partnership with everyone else orbiting around them. If those two didn't play like stars, they lost. This season feels different. The spacing is better. The cutting is sharper. The trust is real. You can see it in defensive communication. You can see it in the way they search for the best shot, not the first one. And the biggest proof is in the most stressful moments. The Lakers are 8-0 in clutch situations. They have the best clutch defense in the NBA, giving up just 85.7 points per 100 possessions. That number is shocking, especially when their overall defensive rating is mediocre. It means that when the game hangs in the balance, they transform. It's IQ. It's experience. It's spacing. You simply cannot double anyone. Luka sees every angle. LeBron punishes mismatches. Reaves slips into open space. If you help one step too far, someone scores. In those moments, the game looks slower for them. And that is why they keep winning late. But this raises a warning. The Lakers rank number 1 in win differential. They've won 4 more games than expected based on efficiency. That means something unusual is happening. Teams that overachieve often fall back to earth, but maybe not this team, because their weakness, defense, might be temporary. Marcus Smart is returning, and he is the exact kind of player who strengthens a team on possession 1, not possession 48. He talks, he organizes, he anticipates, he turns chaos into order. Add him to closing lineups, and those clutch numbers might get even scarier. And that's the strange part. The Lakers are winning before they are fully built. Most contenders polish their identity before they win. They build foundation, then stack results on top. The Lakers are doing the opposite. Their results are ahead of their process. They don't look finished. They still make strange mistakes. They give up offensive rebounds. They jog back on defense. And yet, when it matters, they flip a switch. Suddenly, the focus sharpens. The rotations tighten. The scoreboard freezes. This year, their lows aren't as low. Their highs feel sustainable. LeBron is not done. Luka looks normal dominating. Reaves isn't cooling off. Rui is finding his rhythm. Marcus Smart is almost back. A trade deadline move is possible. If this is the messy version of the Lakers, what happens when they get organized? What happens when they start winning comfortably instead of dramatically? What happens when they peak? That's why the league is nervous. Not because the Lakers are perfect, but because they keep winning in spite of their flaws. These are the types of teams that scare people in May. These are the teams that can survive playoff chaos. If they're this good before everything clicks, then they might have a level nobody has seen yet. That is why the NBA still has an LA Lakers problem. They might not be peaking. This might only be the beginning. And if you want to see how they compare to the rest of the contenders, the breakdown of the top 10 teams is already waiting. The Lakers made the cut. Where they landed might surprise you. Go watch that video right now.